What's up, guys? Dave Van Auken, Aaron the dog, one of the great breakdowners in the industry. Always every Thursday night doing the Fight Bananas fight breakdowns. Aaron, how you doing, my man?
I'm good, man. Been studying up on this card. It's definitely one that has a ton of really close matchups on it, and
Right, right.
I mean, this is right at the top.
It was funny. Last week, the card I liked a lot. There's 5, 6 guys I liked a lot and went in different angles. This one, you're right. There's a lot of closer matchups. I don't have a lot of great feels. We did do the fight prediction on the main event. We were on opposite sides. We did a really good, important female flyweight matchup. And now here we go. We're going with fight prediction with Alonzo Menifield versus William Knight. Crazy. Light heavyweights, so similar. 9-2 for Zoe. 9-1 from Knight. It's so funny, too, because Knight was in the Contender Series just recently, but Menifield 33. Knight is 32 years old as well. Like, they're so close. The odds, like you said, razor sharp, pick them. I think if you are, like, extremely feeling one way, a great parlay piece. If you are, I think these boys are going to bang. I don't see it going the distance. But I saw it before I hit that. It says Zodog. So let's hear your side. I think we might be on different sides once again. 3 fights, 3 different sides, but take it away, my man.
I mean, this is, technically not even a dog. The odds are at -115 both sides as of today. Straight pick 'em, and I love that it's a pick 'em. I was definitely expecting Alonzo with the negative momentum here to be a little bit of an underdog coming into this fight. Those fights were with Devin Clark and Ovin St. Preux, two definitely very savvy veterans. Ovin St. Preux really put together a good game plan against Menifield. That was a good fight too, especially that first round. And then Knight is the newer guy here, 9-1, coming off the Contender Series, getting the finish of Cody Brundage, then coming right into the UFC straight off of that, getting a impressive decision win over Alexa Kammer, which I just don't know how good Alexa Kammer is at this point. And I'll get to my side. I have Alonzo Menifield getting an early stoppage in this one.
Wow. Okay.
That's how I see this going. I went back and watched William Knight's fights, particularly his fight with Tefan Nchukwu. He leaves his head out there, and it isn't something he corrected against Alexa Kammer. Actually, he's gotten a little bit worse with it. His head's still up, and now his hands are coming down a line. He's just kind of walking forward, and Alexa didn't make him pay. I think Menifield is in a situation here where he's going to be the better lateral mover of the two, which doesn't happen for Menifield often. I think Menifield took off 5 months in between fights here, while with Devin Clark and the Ovin St. Preux fight, those were almost 2 months in between those fights. I did not like him against Ovin St. Preux specifically for that reason of him rushing himself back. In this case, he's been off since September. He's clearly looked at the issues he has had, and I think he's corrected them. And I just think he's happy to go against someone here who he's not going to get a chance to correct them, because I think he's going to get an early stoppage. I think Knight does have chin issues, does have issues taking the big heat from these light heavyweights. He came up from middleweight, and he's still, he's very impressive. Looks like a fire hydrant at 205.
Right.
But I don't know if he can take the power from a real 205er. And Menifield is a real 205er to me. The Paul Craig fight is a really big indication of that. Vinicius Moreira, obviously, it's like Vinicius Moreira. I think Knight here, if he's smart, makes this a full-on MMA fight, grinds this into the second or third round where he definitely has a chance of getting a finish himself, or even a decision. But if he looks to kind of throw down and bang the weight against Alexa Kammer in this fight here, I think he's going to sleep in the first round. I think Menifield gets back on track here and gets a first round TKO KO win. I really do think his back up against the wall. He loses this, he's out of the UFC. He's not getting another fight.
Right.
32 years old, 31 in Knight. These guys are at similar points in their career, but there's a different level of desperation for Alonzo Menifield here. Alonzo Menifield, he loses this fight, he's gone. Knight loses this fight, it's back to guys he maybe should be fighting anyways. yeah, I'm going to take Menifield here. I'm going to wait till he's a dog because I do anticipate if someone's a dog in this situation, it will be Menifield once the money comes in later in the week. But if not, then he's a parlay piece for me as a pick'em. But I understand both sides. Go ahead and take it away.
No, that was really, really good take. Great side on it. You almost persuaded me, and maybe you did, and maybe it'll get closer to the week. Sometimes that happens. Like you said, we'll see the weigh-ins and we'll feel it out. And like I said, last week I was a couple fights I'm all in on, and this week it's just they've been closer. And we picked 3 razor sharp fights. The odds are close, and we did this for a reason. William Knight. Okay, after the Contender Series, gets a Contender Series win. Gets back into the UFC 25 days later. I love that. There's some people that won't do that. Knight is one of those guys that does. So he kind of wins a little bit on me. And then he gets a win in the UFC. So now what he does is he doesn't do it again. I feel like he knew that if he starts keep doing that, he's going to get outclassed really soon. I really like that he took the fall break off. And then this fight has been matched. It's one of these weird things. This fight's been matched for 2 months. So I think he knew where he was going. I love his can. He comes from the New England cartel. I think this is the first time too. When you become a UFC fighter, sometimes you quit the day job or you quit, bartending or security gig or whatever you're doing. I think he's all in. I think the momentum of having 2 wins in a row, having a really good camp and then good coaching. I love Knight in the spot. And back to Menifield, where I kind of went with Alexis Davis. You start seeing those L's, you start seeing those reds in Topology. And I don't see do you think there's a huge jump from 2020 OSP, Devin Clark and William Knight?
Not compared to when we were talking about with maybe the Mazo.
Right, exactly. Great point, Rick. I see them in that ballpark. I see them in that area. So I'm going to take the momentum. I'm going to take a full fight camp. I'm going to take the UFC newly crowned, newly minted fighter. He's training his tail off. I think, like you said, the fire hydrant, I think he's going to come in great shape. If I see something different that I don't like on weigh-ins, I'll probably jump on Zoe's side right away. But I think Knight will look tremendous. I think he will come in at 206 on the dot. And I'm going to take William Knight, unanimous decision. I think they go 15 minutes.
Well, I mean, that's fair. I don't think there's a reason if you're on either side to bet this before the weigh-ins.
Right. Good point. Good point.
This is definitely one you can sit and wait on. And, Devin Clark did beat Alonzo Menifield coming up from middleweight. So there have been middleweights before who've come up. So that overall strength issue doesn't seem to be as much of an issue. So I'm taking Menifield to win the same way he's won in all of it and in his other 2 UFC wins. Right. First round knockout. After that, it gets sweaty.
It does. It's one of those things. And for me on the Knight side, I'm going to be sweating those first, a minute and 40 seconds in the exchange. I think Knight could catch Zoe. He could kind of, pull a counter and catch him. But I agree. I think if there's a first round finish, it goes to Zoe. I think if it goes after the first round, I think it's pretty solid to say I think Knight will be a plus money live good dog especially if he lost the first and got out of some damages. 15 minutes, I think I really give it to Knight. Like one of those things. I'm not on top of the mountain on this one as well. There's some fights I am and not. This one I'm not, but I am on the side of William Knight, the 9-1, 32-year-old second minted fight in the UFC.
I got the 2 old guard and the new guy in the main event. You got the 2 new kids and the old guard in the main event. So we'll see who's right.
Yeah, I like that. At least we're not like all in. At least we're not all one side. Hey, I'm going all with the youth. There's reasons why. There's reasons why I went with the younger youth and maybe not the positive momentum. And then I kind of switched it in the main event because I really like main event experience and
heavyweight power. It's heavyweight power.
You're right. Aaron the Dog, catch him. Big show coming up Thursday night. Fight Banaz Breakdown, Brian Battle. We're going to put this out today. I think today is Tuesday. We're rolling. I just dropped a Jason Knight interview, Britton Hart. So much content coming up. My main man, we'll talk to you soon. And get your fight predictions. Get your money in. This is live money. Alonzo Menifield, William Knight. We'll talk to everyone real soon.